So hello there. So today we're gonna talk about the book which is 100 Principles of Game Design, written by Wendy Despain. And today I'm gonna talk about prototyping, which is one of the subtopics. And what is prototyping? If you look at here, is prototyping is the process of building a representative model of an idea for the purpose of testing and iterating it. So what does this mean is that companies might make a mock-up or something or build a prototype product first before even completing the whole project. And moreover, prototyping, it provides possibility for checking the viability, the believability of a new design, and its usability, uniqueness, marketability, and X factor without taking on the full risk of developing the idea before testing it. So it literally means what I said just now, which is companies may have a really good idea. So to check the viability and believability of the design and the uniqueness, they are not taking a full risk by developing it completely. So they just make a first prototyping sessions or like a model first. Furthermore, in game design, the first prototyping session will be creating a basic game level or area in order to test the game mechanics. This is to see if the idea is worth pursuing with more resources. It may contain level design elements, characteristics, weapons, and basic programming for the game to run. So what does this mean is that the first prototyping session will be creating a basic game level. So they are not completely making a full level game. So moreover, these are the prototype model, if you can see below. So moreover, prototyping often shortens development time and cost, because many problems can be solved before code base gets large or disorganized. Furthermore, prototyping can also be used as a brainstorming tool in a game jam style approach to finding fun. So another subtopic is risk assessment. So what is risk assessment? It is a foundation game design principle that pits player choice against uncertainty. People seek to avoid situations with uncertainty, especially if they cannot determine any benefit from engaging in risky behavior. Consequently, risk assessment determines which choices provide the highest benefits to the least exposure to failure. Moreover, good game designs compel the player into frequent states of risk assessment. If risk assessment motivates player choice, it becomes an exercise in maximizing benefit or minimizing exposure to harm, and when the player chooses properly, they might be rewarded in a satisfying way. Look in the slide here, there's a picture which explains the triangularity in risk assessment. You can see here, one is more lower risk, and whereas another one is challenging and risky but promises great rewards. So there are two paths here a player can choose. So if he chooses the harder path, he may get more rewards, or if he doesn't take the risk, he can complete but he won't get the rewards if he took the risk in the first part. And finally, I'm going to talk about supply and demand, which is a key component of economics. The fluctuations of supply and demand show up the pursuit of rare items, the desire to personalize avatars and play styles. So when designing games, it is important to carefully plan how the supply and demands of items in the game will work, and it should cover a wide range. When supply and demand is tuned correctly, a game will have a solid balance that makes it immersive. Challenging. If either supply and demand is out of control, players usually get frustrated and quit. So how game design is, for example, an item which is really rare, it can be really expensive. So users may take the challenge to find the item for them to use or resell it. It may be a powerful item. And same goes to an item which is like always available. It is always less priced because you can see it anywhere. So some items should be hidden or harder to find.